So this is great. This is inside the business, so because nobody really says much. Well, most people don't give us specifics. So, but like, well, what other sponsors do you have? Like, usually we allow at the end for like your sponsorships if you'd like to thank them. But what other sponsors do you have for Jiu-Jitsu and Judo? And and if you can say what it entails, not dollar amounts, you can't say, oh, they gave me 80,000 a year, but like, is it like financial? Is it supplements? Is it
I'm sponsored by Advocare. They give me as many supplements basically as I could possibly handle.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't really
As your liver will let you handle.
supplements that often. I only use them when I'm getting ready for big events and my training schedule hits like 6 or 7 workouts a day. When they're hanging around like 4 or 5, I don't really need them. Every so often I'll take like a protein shake here or there. I'm sponsored by the New York Athletic Club, which is a judo sponsorship. I do absolutely nothing for them other than wear their logo on my gi, and they pay me $2,000 a month just for that. I'm sponsored by Mizuno, which gives me as many gis as I could possibly handle. Like if you guys follow me on Instagram, I just threw 25 gis on the floor and said they're useless. I don't know what to do with them anymore. Because
you should give them away.
Yeah, but they're so expensive to ship.
Yeah.
My Mizuno gis are $350 a piece.
I was just gonna say Mizuno is like crazy expensive. Like that's
But you know what? They're unbelievably nice.
Yeah.
They'll never wear, never rip, never do anything. They're as good. That's why I have so many of them.
Do they make a jiu-jitsu line or no? Or is it all judo?
Mizuno,
It's all judo.
Yeah, it's all judo gis.
The closest one is the Nippon gi that Fuji makes, and that's just because the fabric and the material comes straight from Japan, and it's cut and designed in Japan. But then you're talking about a higher quality fabric, shipping it over from Japan, and then it skyrockets the price through the roof. Like I think Fuji told me the price for them to make the gi is like $250 just to make it.
Wow.
Jeez. Okay,
and that's them buying the gi.
Yeah. So they mark it up to like $350 or whatever it is, I'm sure.
Yeah, whatever it is, because then they have to include like the wholesalers, the club discounts, you know what I mean? And then there's like, you that just want to buy the gi for yourself.
Yeah. So Mizuno.
Yep.
Anything else after that, or?
I'm sponsored by a physical therapy company called Falcon Physical Therapy in Colorado.
Okay.
And basically what that entails is if I get hurt, they fly me to Colorado, they get me whatever medical treatment I need, and then they fly me back out.
Wow.
So, for example, for Copa Podio and the Worlds, I broke 2 bones in my ankle, I shattered 2 more, and I tore 3 tendons in like March or April. They flew me out. I had surgery in June. I did my rehab there for 3 days. I came back. 4 weeks later, I competed at the Worlds. A few weeks after that, I competed at Copa Podio. And then that was all thanks to them, like, hey, we have a line out the door with a 6-month wait. That gets cut, put on back hold, and then I'm front in line.
Wow. That alone, man, that peace of mind, that's huge.
Yeah, so, like, my ankle didn't quite recover because I had surgery, and then 4 weeks later, I competed at the Worlds. So, like, I called up the doctor, and I was like, hey, man, it's been, like, 6 months. I still can't run right. And he was like, he called up the MRI place. A day later, I was in there, had an MRI, and he had the disc 3 days later.
Wow.
We have to wait months to get, like, an MRI, man. Like, months. We need that sponsorship, man. That's what we need. We'll talk after.
I made an appointment for an MRI not too long ago, and it took me like 2 months to get in.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. So, okay, obviously you're doing good financially for martial arts. Last question would be for the future. I mean, like we just said, you're 27 years old.
About the sponsorships.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Because we never really got into the jiu-jitsu side of it.
Oh, shit.
I think a lot of it is jiu-jitsu players as a whole aren't asking for enough.
Oh, I know.
It's kind of like MMA as a whole. Like, if you ask for 10, the guy next to you is going to ask for 8, and then you're not going to get a fight.
Yeah.
So like if the community as a whole is okay with getting like free gis and shorts, then it's never going to change. Like there's no reason for the companies to pay anyone.
So what you're saying is we're part of the problem.
No,
But it's true. Like it's
Yeah, he's right. He is.
A little bit. Because like,
well, that's the standard now. That's what the standard is. Free gear. Oh, check out my gear.
and if you get a monthly stipend, you're talking about like probably guys like Keenan Cornelius, like the guys that have reached that potential. They're not helping anybody financially. Like I even got advice from one guy when it came to like sponsorships for jiu-jitsu. He was like, "Oh no, what you should do is take the sponsorship, ask for a gi, and then sell the gi on eBay." And I was like, "But then I don't have the gi."
Yeah. Then you're gonna have to buy your own gi, and if they see you wearing a different gi,
or you're stuck wearing the one gi that he gave you originally, and he'll just never see you in the other one.
Yeah.
Take pictures. Make sure you take pictures first.
It's definitely a weird market. It's also a new market. There's not a huge jiu-jitsu market out there for people, and the sport hasn't quite grown into that professional limelight yet to where companies, I think, are willing or see profits, because there's so many gi companies out there now. I was even talking with Fuji Sports that there's like hundreds of different gi manufacturers out there that are all making hundreds of different types of gis with different companies.